No, we're live. It's that time, boys. Welcome, America, to the best hour of your day, assuming your day is very, very, very mediocre. No, I'm just kidding. This show's going to be great. It's the Eric and Rodney Show with Robin, with special guest Socrates will be on later in the program. I was going to do Kato Kalin because we talk about Kato Kalin a lot.
We do.
But, he's a real person.
Wonder where he's living these days.
I don't know, but I think we could get him for $50.
So if you heard some wrestling in the back, you have a shed? It might be him. He might be moving in.
Poor Kato lost his house.
Wasn't it like, yeah, I remember they were like, I remember I was a kid, right? Not to get off on tangent, but I remember I was a kid and I was in high school and the OJ trial was going on. And everybody was fascinated with OJ. Like, did he do it? Did he not do it? And I just remember thinking like, hold on a second. This guy doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
And he just lives at OJ's house. Maybe I'm approaching this all wrong.
Melissa's here.
Hey, do you know what I mean though? Like this is the story. And they're like, how long have you been living there? He's like, 8 years. Do you pay rent? No. I'm thinking, my God, interview this guy. I have so many questions.
He's like Leon on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think if you reach a certain socioeconomic level, you have some homeless guy living in your shed.
Right. No,
that's what I mean, right? Like, what in the hell was OJ and Kato have in common? Their love for football?
It is sort of like the exact same thing, the same dynamic. One's rich, one's poor, one's black, one's white. It's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I just don't see that they have anything in common.
I don't know.
Right? I mean, what would they do? What would they talk about? Like golf?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
can we please, dear
football?
God, you know what's fucked up? Robin has no idea what we're talking about because
he has no idea.
OJ hasn't killed anybody since he's been born.
I do actually. OJ's trial that we know of still comes up. Like, so I know very lengthily about the OJ's trial. It was also you guys have seen the Johnny Depp's trial, right?
The one where Amanda Heard was shitting on the bed.
Right. Well, Johnny. Here's the thing, though. Johnny's trial was a
one?
little bit different than OJ's.
Mm-hmm. Of course, no, but like the commonality between the two is the fact that both of them have like homeless people living in their mansions. Like it's a common theme.
Wait, because Amanda Heard was homeless? Who was living in that mansion?
Oh no. So it was like someone that came to Johnny Depp's trial.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he's right. It was one of his friends lived there for free, and I remember thinking to myself, "My God, who are these people?" Yeah. I think we got to start a Freeloaders Alliance.
I think Jeffrey Epstein was one of those people. Did you watch that documentary? He was a nobody. He was like homeless. He shacked up with some super rich guy, and that's how he got the money. And then pedophile outlet. That's
always been my question, right? This has always been my question. People will do. There's been 20 documentaries on Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
How do you go from being a private New York City math teacher with no degree? First of all, how did you get the job?
Right.
But second of all, right? How good at math are you? Because I'm pretty good at math. Number two. And number three, he went from being, I don't know if you know or not, a school teacher at a private school to tutoring some of the children to being a billionaire. It's incredible.
To then going back to the children and not helping them.
Right. To going back to the, right. He started out helping the children and then he decided to not help the children.
Right, which is a big problem. Oh, there you go. There's the issue.
There it is.
People. OJ was huge.
That was a great commercial.
It was a great commercial. He was hilarious in The Naked Gun. You remember Naked Gun?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he had a whole great running back, fantastic actor.
Wasn't he supposed to be the Terminator?
Yes, he was. Oh, shit. I watched Terminator 2 last night. My God. I mean, I've seen it before. Tremendous movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think we can adopt him now, is an American national treasure.
Yeah, he's a national treasure. He is. He also had a documentary or a show or whatever on Netflix that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, and he talked about, he knocked up his maid, right?
Yeah.
I love how no one knew until he was 14, and he's like jacked and looks exactly like Arnold, and the people are like, I think
they're like, he looks just like you.
He's benching 450 raw. I can't explain it. He has an Austrian accent, but he's not Mexican. Really bizarre, Arnold. He had a run of movies.
That's funny. Yeah. That's a good one.
He had a run of movies that is almost unparalleled. Don't you think?
Yeah, him and Stallone. In that documentary, he was talking about him and Stallone were always competing.
Mm-hmm. I'm not nearly the fan of Stallone that I am Arnold. I think Rocky movies suck. I can't stand them. You don't block. You don't ever block. Fucking block. Yeah. Stop taking open shots to the head for 12 rounds.
Yeah. Sure. You know what my least favorite movie of all time is that Arnold Schwarzenegger did was True Lies. I can't stand that movie. It's terrible. And I stayed in the hotel it was filmed at, and they made such a big deal out of it. And I know they made a show out of it. And it's just, I think I just didn't like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, she was hot in that stripping scene. That was before she needed Activia yogurt to be regular. But it's
there's something about her that gets on my nerves in that movie, though, right?
Jamie Lee Curtis gets on your nerves, huh?
Yeah.
Have we talked about her
that movie?
Her hermaphroditism? Did you know that's the rumor that she was born with the wiener?
I did not know that. No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think it was confirmed on Snopes. Somebody do the research. Do we have a producer?
We don't.
Wonder who.
Oh, Arnold and Twins is fantastic.
Yeah, he was with Danny DeVito.
I think
who was actually on the show not long ago. He was
Danny DeVito. He made an appearance.
He made a guest appearance with a chicken nugget necklace.
That's right, and a fedora.
Yeah.
Melissa, let me know if you want to be on the show today. We don't have a guest. I can get you in here. We have the power of the internet.
We can get you backstage.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. We're actually on stage. On stage.
Okay. Yeah. You make an excellent point here. This Mr. Freeze is a doctor. Did he go to college? I can't remember.
He got an honorary PhD.
For all his work in freezing. Yeah, he was terrible in that. He hasn't been great in everything, but he's been great in those things.
For his work in refrigeration. And HVAC.
Frigidaire put him on stage and gave him a fake diploma.
Come on in.
I'm Dr. Freeze now. It's like Dr. Pepper. Do you think he went to school? I'm not sure.
You know what's funny is there's a show, actually, believe it or not, called Married at First Sight. I'm going to give you the premise because sometimes it's hard to get deduced from the title. People get married at first sight. And here's the bizarre thing, right? Is that one of the ladies on the show, she's a doctor. Her name is Dr. Pepper Swartz.
Oh, shit.
So they're always like, Dr. Pepper. I always want to be like, Dr. Pepper, this is my lovely wife here, Mountain Dew. How's everyone?
Do you think? Go ahead.
No, Married at First Sight. Isn't that also the show where they had like Big Neck Ed and this Filipino woman?
Oh shit!
That was 90 Day Fiance, and that was my first foray into the Philippines. Housing where the rat was showering with them.
Speaking of that, Robin, do you know her? I assume everybody in the Philippines knows everybody.
Yeah, she gained some popularity after that show.
You know Rose?
As I do know Rose, not personally, but she's famous here. And I think now she's doing really well. She has like her own business and everything, and she's gained some followers after the show. So she's like an influencer. Yeah.
What is she
selling? Ed, well, hold on a second. Ed looks like a thumb. Proceed.
Melissa, that wasn't a threat. I just gave you the link in your LinkedIn thing. Yes, he does look like a thumb, and he's an incredibly unfuckable thumb at that. You know, he's not even a sexy thumb. It's a bad looking thumb.
He's not even a thumb with a ring on it.
Right. It's gross. Who wears thumb rings? Here's the other thing, though. Both of them were gross. Like, he was disgusting, but she was an asshole, too. Like, she was pretty, you know what I mean? Like, obviously.
He was like, have you ever brushed your teeth? And I remember she was like, is this a toothbrush? And I'm thinking, like, I mean, listen, I love the Philippines. And I love the Filipino people. They're my people. But is it really, right? We are experts, Dave. That is true. Yes. I believe it. If you saw my TV show history, you'd be like, wow, this guy's a maniac. But I remember thinking to myself, like, why are there pigs and rats in the house? What's going on? Because I remember the rat was like, remember the rat told Ed, pass him the soap?
Yeah, that's true. It is a third world nation. I mean, wasn't her father sleeping in the same room with them or some shit? It was a weird scenario.
No, Ed and his father had to shower together.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Wasn't that weird? He's like, I've never showered with it. And he's like, oh, that water is very cold.
Right. It's actually really funny for me. Like, if I'm watching this and there's like the culture clash between Filipino family norms and what's normal for Americans, and just like Big Ed is like so clueless. It's actually quite hilarious.
I mean, is that how it is? Like, are you guys like you're not on a dirt floor now, right?
No, God no. So
like, where the hell did she live?
Yeah, so she's a very provincial woman. So they really found her. Yeah, they really found her.
But here's my question. Hold on. Here's my question. I'm just asking, how in the hell does she have a cell phone or Wi-Fi if they don't have indoor plumbing? I'm just asking. I don't understand.
How did she get the application for the show?
I've been in New York City, and I can't get a signal with AT&T. So
that I do not know. But what I do know, is that there's a large population of creepy white men in the Philippines.
You don't say. You don't say. What are we over there for? The cuisine? Robin, as I understand, it's customary. How many times have you showered with your father-in-law? Is that over here in the United States? We'll do like a family dinner once a week. What is it like?
Yeah,
you wake up.
Yeah, we have a couple of beers together, but there's no shower. It is like free therapy. It's like what was that show? Jerry Springer, right?
Yeah.
We're throwing chairs and trying to kill each other.
Makes us feel good about ourselves.
That's very true.
What else? What other secrets you hiding over there in the Philippines, my friend?
I don't want to speak anymore, otherwise I'm just exposing myself.
That's true. Oh, look who's here.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa, are you recording the song?
No, I'm in a podcast room.
Oh shit! Well, that's
very cool.
I know. I was like, we got a fancy microphone and everything. Like,
that's awesome.
What is pancit?
Oh, pancit. That's one of our national food treasures. So like, whenever you guys are inviting all your friends and family, that's particularly the centerpiece of the table is pancit. It's like I'm not sure if it's rice noodles, but it's like thin noodles that's mixed with vegetables and different meats.
Oh,
you
nice.
had me at noodles.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Free.
Speaking of Asian cuisine, I read in this magazine this week that there's a new phenomenon on Chinese TikTok where they eat American food and make fun of it because it's fucking disgusting. So they eat like peanut butter and jelly and then call it the food of the depressed. Because you guys are with your fucking noodles and your vegetables and your spices, and Americans, we don't like any of that. You know, we like toast. Have you ever had toast? Holy shit.
I'm curious. David probably has like Filipino heritage, or maybe he has Filipino friends, because like pancit is not that common for Americans to know.
What are you talking about? I had some this morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
twice yesterday.
I stand corrected.
Last night I was at the Pancit Plaza. What are you speaking on?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I just took a shower with my father-in-law and then sat down to realize the breakfast of pancit.
Yeah.
All you can eat. All you can eat pancit.
That's what we do.
Sounds like what comes out after you eat, right?
I'm gonna go take a pancit.
Here's the Pancit room.
This seems mildly racist, but it's okay because Robin's here.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, you want to do the news?
Oh, I forgot about the news.
Oh yeah, we didn't even do a single story yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, this was the preamble.
Wait, so I'm curious in America. So like in Philippines we have pancit. What's the pancit of America? Like if you're gonna invite all your friends over.
Wings.
Wings.
Really? So if you invite a bunch of people to get wings,
that's what I would get. My wife would make some kind of charcuterie board or a special presentation. Myself.
Charcuterie.
Getting here the fastest.
Yes, that's
charcuterie is the new pancit, I think. But that's new to this. Like 10 years ago, no charcuterie. 5 years,
none of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it back then? Like a meatloaf?
Yeah, we prepared meatloaf.
Oh yeah.
For all
it was cheese ball back then.
Cheese balls? Yeah.
Each person got 3 Cheetos.
Put a bowl of chips and like hope everybody's okay.
Oh yeah, chips in the sour cream.
One's to eat, one's to hold, and one's to put in your pocket, and some tater tots.
Sour cream and onion dip, or ranch.
Ranch, we love ranch.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna have. Can you say that name of his friend? Because that can't. How do you pronounce it?
Redante.
Redante?
Yeah, actually, Melissa said it perfectly. Probably, yeah.
Look at you.
Look at me.
She was married to a Redante for a couple of years.
I was married to. That's not what I call him. I call him something else.
Did you know that if you take yogurt, and you mix in sour cream and onion, or the ranch dressing, you could make sour cream. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, because most people use cream cheese, but yogurt you can use, yeah. Non-flavored.
I think sour cream. And cream cheese are underrated.
Hate meatloaf. I fucking hate meatloaf.
Who fucking hates? Why do people hate meatloaf? Okay, well,
I love meatloaf.
We never had meatloaf growing up because my father, I guess, had too much meatloaf when he was growing up. So I don't hate it. But isn't it just a giant meatball?
Yeah. With eggs and bread.
It's a meat log.
Yeah.
Meat log.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't like peppers and all that. Yeah.
It's like Spam, but it's meat, and we know what's in it. Who's here? Come on in.
Robin, you've never had a meatloaf?
I have not. No.
You're not missing
curious.
anything.
It sounds like a very boomer thing.
It is a boomer thing. But when you come to the United States, we're going to pop your cherry left and right. We have girls, I swear to God, that don't have penises. You are going to love it.
You found them? Are they real?
I found them down at Applebee's. Have you ever been to an Applebee's?
They're not attached.
Have you ever had an appetizer? Have you ever had twice baked potato skins?
No.
Oh my God. Well, you're in for a treat. Did you want to go to the news now?
We should.
How did you get out from this?
Wasted 15 minutes on God knows what. Okay. So I do think, in fairness, we have to take back our shit talk about Meta's threads because they are making it big. I actually just downloaded it earlier. To be honest, it's actually quite cool. So they're nearly up to 150 million signups, which is easily the top fast-growing consumer online service this year. And it was previously ChatGPT and OpenAI. So Twitter is getting real nervous, which is all irrelevant because what is relevant is Dana White, the UFC president, has a date in mind for the inevitable cage match, which is the thing.
I thought Elon's mother said this isn't going to happen. Didn't she call the whole thing off?
No, it's still on.
No, it was. I thought it was going to be at the Coliseum with Russell Crowe.
I'd pay for that.
Is he going to be? Or no, he lives at the Coliseum, right?
Russell Crowe does. Russell Crowe's gained a lot of weight. He doesn't look like a gladiator anymore. He looks like Grimace, which is another news story.
Grimace just turned 16.
Yeah, he got bigger. He got a lot bigger.
Did you know that Grimace's birthday? He just turned 16.
16.
You haven't seen the commercials where it's like Grimace? It's really creepy because it used to be Justin Timberlake, so it's ba-da-ba-ba-ba, right? That little tune he did.
Wait a second.
And it's the father from Succession.
What?
How do you know this?
Narrating it.
This guy is definitely not 16. He's been around since I was a kid. Is he like?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
He might have the Benjamin Button disease.
Oh, Brad Pitt again. Brad Pitt works his way into every episode.
He does.
Okay, so
always with us.
American treasure. Robin, can you explain, since you've downloaded Threads, and I should probably know this, but I'm out. So it's Twitter, but for Facebook and Instagram. Yes?
Yes. And it's very well integrated within Instagram. So like you post on one thing, you post on the other. So
okay.
More importantly, most of the signups are from both of them. So
should we be on Threads? The Eric and Rodney Show?
I'm on it.
We should.
I thought we were team guys.
Yeah. Well, I did it because Mark sent me an email and said, "Hey, Rod."
Okay. Yeah. That's the other part of the story where it's like no one's signed up more for anything ever in the history of anything. You can fucking sign up with your Instagram or Facebook account. That's right. It's not something new. You're just logging into something else. So pump the brakes on that.
I'm almost wondering though, and I'm just brainstorming here, right? If Mark thought to himself, you know what? I own Facebook. It's been mildly successful.
Yeah.
I now own the Instagram.
Yeah.
Does all right. I tried it out in the metaverse. It didn't work out for me, much like college.
Right.
And I also own WhatsApp.
Yep.
Maybe I'll just start something to compete with Elon. Just sort out there and see. And
what if
how do you get 150 million followers? Maybe he already has that many.
Yeah. And listen,
it's just another product.
What if your main competitor lays off 80% of his workforce, and then the people that know everything about Twitter are available for hire? Don't you think maybe, just maybe, you get them on the team and you make it the exact same product? Holy shit, what a great idea.
I've seen this movie before, Eric. It's got George Clooney in it and Mark Wahlberg. It's called The Perfect Storm.
Great film. Tremendous film.
How'd that work out for him at the end?
What's that?
How'd it work out for him at the end? Perfect.
I think it all worked out. I think it was okay.
Yeah, it all came to be. Well, it's working out okay for Marcus.
This is how I know Zuckerberg's going to kick the shit out of Elon Musk. I think he's just smarter. I think he knows how to sprawl. He's in there. He's training.
So you're Zuckerberg. You would take Zuckerberg over.
I'm taking Zuckerberg. I've seen him in the cage. Elon is he's too arrogant. He thinks because
Zuckerberg is very focused.
I think Elon may be working on something that nobody knows about.
You think so? What's it going to be?
You know what I think the problem with Twitter is I don't think that Elon, honestly, I don't think he gives a shit. I really don't. And I'm being honest. I think he bought it. I think first he did it as a lark. And then I think once he had it, he was like, whatever. Like, I don't really think that he cares.
He needs to be challenged. He needs to be challenged to be creative and innovative again,
Right.
So I think he likes it argue. I think he just don't go where the drama is.
I think it's a little like Trump. I don't think Trump really thought he was going to win the presidency, but by the time it was too late, he couldn't pull out.
Yeah, he couldn't back out then. Yeah.
I think Elon was like, "Yeah, I'll buy Twitter," and they're like, "You serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm serious." He wasn't serious, but then it got too far, and then he had to buy Twitter. Remember, they forced him to buy Twitter. It's one of those things.
Or it all could be like smoke and mirrors, and somebody else is owning Twitter, and it's just filtering through Elon as a facade.
You know who owns Twitter? Kalo Kalin. Have you ever seen it? He's gigantic.
I bet it's George Soros.
I bet it's Soros. Here's what I know about Threads, though. Any day there's going to be millions of LinkedIn Threads experts. I think all the NFT bros are going to become Thread bros. Because
the trajectory, right? This is the trajectory. Let me explain it to you. It starts out with CBD oils.
Yes.
Right? Now, hold on. Let me say this. Not for the people that make it. I'm talking about for the people that are like, I've launched my own line, and you're like, no, you haven't. Hold on.
Yeah.
It starts there. Or maybe it starts at leggings, CBD oil, and then it's crypto.
Crypto was next.
NFT, and now it's Threads.
Well, you skipped the metaverse. Remember Web3?
That's
yes,
right.
They were all metaverse experts in Web3.
Everyone was moving to Web3, and we're still stuck on Web 2.0s.
I'm perfectly happy with Web 2.0. I don't need any more web in my life, I don't think. Yeah,
I agree.
Like unfortunately, humans are disgusting creatures and have to be censored sometimes. They just do. We say wild shit. Like, listen, we're gonna get canceled because of stuff I say. Yeah, and it's fine. I mean, we need to.
Yeah. Well, people need a purpose. They need a bitch.
Yeah, they need to bitch. And I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna go.
They can let the red out.
Robin's father-in-law.
I think the big plus of jumping on the bandwagon of Threads this early is that almost all of the actors on Threads right now are going to be active users, whereas like you have very old platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, where you try to contact these people, but they've never used their LinkedIn for like years. So there's some business opportunity there.
Okay, so Robin and Rodney, you both have individual threads. Do we have a Eric and Rodney show with Robin thread?
I don't think so.
Better get on that.
Not yet.
What? Somebody steals our fucking name.
What if? It was too late.
Thank you, David. I won't change. I can't change.
Thank you, David. He can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. It's like Diddy.
You know what was happening is I was raised by a military officer, and this is all pent-up rage about nothing in particular. It was pretty cool, but I just like to cry about that. He did make me cut my hair, and this is what we have. Yeah, I know. All right, Robin, what's next?
This one. Kind of sad about this one. A major tragedy has hit the United States, and it's a tragedy that was 4 years old. His name was Jack the Bulldog.
Oh, geez.
So he was Georgetown's campus mascot. Apparently he was loved by all the campus. And then my whole problem with the situation is next year they're going to have a new mascot. Right. I always felt like this is a problem with bulldogs. They're just a bad idea. Just too many health problems. I mean, he's 4 years old. The fact that these dogs came from wolves and they were just inbred for hundreds of years, and now they just look like their face was smashed in with a frying pan.
Oh my God!
And they have to have C-sections too. They can't be born normal.
We're going to get canceled, Robin.
Robin, you're never going to believe this. You know how when women hang out, their periods sync up? You know how that's weeks of doing the show because we didn't discuss this. But look at this. This is my premise. How the fuck do we go from this to this? In 10,000 years, by the way.
Selective breeding. That's what it is. You take, characteristics that you want and you find another one and you just keep breeding them together. That's where the health problems come in.
This is how I know dog people are crazy. Who has this and goes, you know what I want? One of these fucking
Give me one of those.
Yeah, right.
It can't breathe. It doesn't do well in the heat. They die at 4 years old. Like, what the fuck?
Their digestive system is, all twisted up and stuff.
They need Activia.
Yeah. Nice callback.
Does anyone here like bulldogs? Just
what's that?
Check. Is anyone in favor of bulldogs?
I mean, I like dogs.
I love bulldogs. I always wanted one.
Yeah, bullying bulldogs. This is like talking shit about Eskimos or midgets. It's fine. Nobody.
Don't talk about dogs.
Or gypsies. Or gypsies.
Or gypsies. None of them have.
We got in trouble for talking about. Actually, Eric, didn't you get called down by the Email police.
We got yelled at by HubSpot corporate for using the word
HubSpot
gypsy
police. That's right.
Email. So you can't make fun of both.
You also got yelled at too, Eric, about something else. I think it was
Catholicism. I can't make fun of redheads. I can't make fun of half Asians. What can I make fun of? My problem isn't so much that this dog died; it's that not every dog has died. I don't.
Damn. I'm offended by that one.
I'm an atheist who doesn't like dogs, and I'm also a Democrat, so I'm everything most people hate. But here's my issue.
What about Hefe?
You, and I'm not just saying this because my co-host, you seem to be, you're like half normal, half crazy. Like, I love that you love your dog, but here's my problem with dog owners.
Sweet boy.
You take them everywhere. They're loud. They take giant human-sized shits, don't wipe their ass, and then sit on your couch. They lick you. They hump you. You have to leave parties early because you got to let the dog out. My neighbor's dog, they let it off leash, shits in my yard. We finally had a confrontation. They stopped doing that. But you know who would never do that in the first place? Cat people. Cat people are fucking normal. We don't let our shits run around, shit in your yard. You know what I mean? It's fucking normal. We don't take our cats to parties or microbreweries or restaurants.
Eric, how many kids
so
do you
in
have?
my defense, he goes places with us, but only when it's outdoors or like Home Depot or somewhere like that, right? I don't take him to parties and stuff. He rarely barks. Huskies don't bark. He does mouth. So like if he'll like talk back and forth to you. And he goes in the toilet.
My dog goes everywhere, but he's also trained in water safety.
Your dog is trained in water safety. What does that mean? He can bring me a beer?
He'll jump in the water and save people.
Where was he when you went the other day with the crocodile?
I didn't bring him that day, thank God.
He was eating a marshmallow.
Well, Melissa, let me ask you this. Are you a pet owner or are you a dog mom?
Ooh, I like all animals. I had several pets.
No, but do you consider yourself a dog mom? Is it your
yes.
You're all crazy. You're all crazy.
I'm a husky papa.
But Melissa, you've owned cats.
I love cats too, yes.
Yeah, I like cats
only
too.
Orange cats. That's the only cats I'll deal with are orange cats.
Between gas snoring and high vet bills.
I've always had an orange cat, an orange tabby cat. My whole life except for now.
Here's the other thing, though. Dogs smell bad. Their breath stinks. They stink. Wet dogs stink. Cats, I mean, okay, litter box, sure. But, like, they're I'm going to smell this cat right now.
Actually, their litter boxes clean themselves now. So
I own $600 litter.
Yeah.
Like, unconditionally. Like, you're gone 5 minutes, you're gone 5 days. Same extreme, like, welcoming, you know?
I swear we're simpatico today because I was going to bring up the unconditional love. I don't think love should be unconditional. I think love should have all kinds of conditions. One is like
cats don't love anybody. Cats don't give a shit.
That's what I like about them. They're high maintenance. They're kind of bitchy. You know, they're like OnlyFans chicks. That's what I like. I don't want you to keep coming back for more. You know, if you hit a Labrador, he's still going to like snuggle up to you because they're just dumb, lovely animals. But it doesn't speak.
Some are smarter than others. Mine's super smart though, so
you have to earn my love, unlike a dog.
Dang.
Robin, how do you feel about dogs? You don't know about American dog culture though. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna see a dog park. You go, what the fuck is that? Then you're gonna see doggy daycare. You go, what's going on? My people are showering with each other, and we're sending our
doggy daycare.
Well, the best is when you see a little dog inside of a closed baby carriage, and you're like, wow, what's going on? And they're like, oh, that's Sparkles, leave him alone.
I had a Yorkie, and the only trick she knew how to do was crawl in my purse. If I put my purse on the ground, she'll crawl right in, and she'll sit there and be happy.
I went to a cookout last weekend. One of my uncles had a little fucking, I don't know what the fuck it was, a little dog and a baby Bjorn. You know those things that you strap to your fucking chest?
Yep.
I walked out with the wildest shit I've ever seen.
I had a stroller for mine. It was funny because I have a picture of me carrying my 1-year-old while strolling my damn dog.
Melissa, would you ever sleep with a guy that carries a dog around in a baby Bjorn?
No.
Okay, good. We got to stop this. We need to stop.
Oh, you wouldn't? Why not?
Oh my God. Oh.
You know what you should have said, Eric? You should have said we're still nursing him.
I wouldn't carry my dog in a Bjorn.
Damn it.
I just feel like if you do that, if a guy does that, then he's missing something.
80 years ago, whatever it has been, 18-year-olds stormed the beaches of Normandy to fight literal Nazis on a foreign beach. Now we're strapping Yorkies to our chest and breastfeeding them. Men.
Who said breastfeeding?
Yes, they breastfeed them.
Yikes.
Do y'all remember when there was that time where the kids were like identified as dogs and cats in school? Do you remember that?
Wait, I just thought about that this morning because we have a trans story coming up, and every time like I'd go to like soccer, and the parents would be like, "Have you heard that they're putting a litter box in the elementary school?"
Yes. What the hell is that?
There's no way. That can't be. I refuse to believe this.
Whoa. Yeah.
Use a urinal, although it might be cleaner. I don't know if you've ever been to a men's room, but it can't get much dirtier. So honestly, if they're gonna hit the litter box, let them piss in that then.
Yeah.
They can't hit the urinal. All right, what's next, Rob?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so
I digress.
actually, Eric perfectly segued the next story. And it's this. A former LGBT activist is now ashamed of herself after she's realized that she made a mistake by indoctrinating children with gender ideology. So she realized in some fashion that it's almost like they were grooming the kids. So initially she was hired to do LGBT outreach and education. So she believed that these people are being oppressed, which is still bizarre because they're like less than 1% of the population. Anyways, she felt like she was used as a Trojan horse for gender ideology. And she made a mistake by normalizing irreversible medical damage on perfectly healthy children.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this.
She's a doctor, or she's a lady?
So
no, she's like a volunteer.
Children can't sign up.
So she
for
didn't
medical
actually do any
procedures by
surgeries.
themselves.
Is that
No. She didn't do any surgeries. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was thinking it's like
She's saying that
changed
she's
all these children.
influenced children to have unnecessary surgery.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But here's my thing: children can't have unnecessary surgery.
Right.
That is a parent decision or a guardian decision.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
Right.
so who's
Don't you have
Who's
to be
making these
18? I thought you
decisions
had to
of-
be 18 to have
Right.
have any kind of
Yeah.
change in surgery, right?
Right.
Is that true? I don't know. I'm asking.
So, that doesn't make any sense.
I tried
Very
to get
interesting
calf
chart.
implants when I was 13, and I couldn't do it. So this is what the gingerbread person is what they're showing to these kids, and I find this very confusing.
Why it's got to be a gingerbread? I mean,
I don't know. I think it's objectively funny, but it's
I'm
it's
offended.
also objectively confusing.
I don't understand. Well, how does it? What is going on here? Woman, this man, this. Where's that? Is that in your head? Or
Oh yeah, that's a good point too. It's not color
Is this the
coordinated.
roadmap of how we're all?
I got to be honest with you. They couldn't indoctrinate me. I couldn't figure it out. I don't
thing.
understand
What's going on?
I think we're too dumb to be indoctrinated because I don't understand this at all.
But what's the expression? Is he waving? I don't.
So it says romantically attracted to nobody, women, female, but I am attracted to that. So what does that make me?
Yeah.
If they're attracted to nobody, women,
You're
female.
not a gingerbread person,
Oh
apparently.
shit!
Oh, genderbread. I get it. Okay,
Yeah,
that doesn't
gingerbread.
make any sense. This is ridiculous.
And
Who
why
put this confusing shit together?
why bring cookies into this?
Right?
What did cookies ever do?
Exactly. What the fuck?
I mean, this is just stupid.
I don't know what I'm
Like,
looking at.
what's-
I don't know.
It don't make any sense. We need a key, a map, or something.
That wasn't a good one.
Indoctrinating children is certainly a thing. Like we've all seen the Duggars documentary. It's possible. I can't get my kid to stop pissing on the toilet seat. I yell at him like 10 times a day. I can't get him to stop. How do you get a kid to turn in genders? I don't understand. Do you think maybe that they have some preconceived notion that they might be this other thing? Not that I'm saying everyone should be shown the gingerbread man, but fuck. You can't just
It's the genderbread. The genderbread.
The genderbread. But you know what I'm saying? Like, no
It's not
matter
a
how many
man.
times somebody said I'm a girl, I think I'm going to go, I think I'm a boy. So I don't
Who's
know.
making these cookies? No, I'm just kidding.
When I was growing up, right, we used to call, it was obviously a different term, but we used to call other guys girls. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, we didn't use that term.
Or like a sissy.
I don't recall the term, but
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't recall ever being called a girl when I was in school and being like, "You're right, I am." Where's my dress? Grab my tights.
Someone calls you a sissy, and you're like, oh my God, I feel identified. I feel seen. I
You
am
see
a girl.
me? Yeah.
Oh my God. Right down to my spirit. It's teaching this in school has to be difficult. This must be the most difficult subject because we can't figure out. I believe we've all been to the college.
Yes.
Ah, God.
Wait,
We can't,
so I'm
we
curious.
can't get rid of political parties, but we can get rid of genders. I don't understand this.
I do. Yeah.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
Do American kids still get like an entire class dedicated to sex education? Is that still a thing?
It's called health class.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 days long. That's it.
My kid's in kindergarten, so I don't know yet, but I'll let you know as the show progresses.
And you have to sign off on it. They can't just teach it. It has to be like allowed by the parents. Like you have to sign a waiver that, hey, your kid's going to be talking about sex and stuff.
So how old are the kids when this
middle school? So 14.
Middle school, that's late.
13, 14. I
think that's
agree.
late?
I think that's late.
It is now, But when have they ever changed the curriculum besides math?
I mean, I was giving the talk when I was 9 or 10 to my friends, telling them how it goes.
I didn't.
Hell, now they just go on YouTube or wherever they can find out their own.
The interwebs.
Yeah. I just signed up my 6-year-old to Karma Electra's OnlyFans. That's a nice segue to the next story.
I think it's a situational thing. I think if your children are, around something of a sexual nature, then that's when you bring it up. Don't sugarcoat it or hide it. If they come to you and ask you about it, just talk at any time. Because as soon as they see it and they have questions about it, boom, they're in. They're going to start researching it. So
that's a good point, because when I was 16, I was showering with my father-in-law, and he had an erection, and I said, "Sir, this is confusing to me. This has come up organically, and I'd like to know what's going on here."
Have you ever seen your mother naked, Eric?
I have never seen my mother naked, but I will.
I've never seen my father naked either.
Are we supposed to?
I don't know. I was thinking about the other day, because like my kid, I'll change clothes in front of my girls, no problem. But I've never seen my parents change clothes in front of me.
I think after the birth, I was done with that whole thing. I was like, thank you for that.
But you're showering with your father-in-law.
I've seen him naked plenty of times.
Yeah. See, is that not weird?
My father? No, I'm Filipino. It's customary.
It's customary to say cold showers with your father-in-law.
Yeah, cold showers.
I gotta go do some work. I appreciate y'all having me on today.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Have a good day.
Do you need me to kick you out, or can you leave by yourself?
Kick me out.
Okay. Bye. Oh, that was a nice.
That was a nice surprise.
What?
We need more redheads on the show, I think.
We need Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran is unfuckable, if not for the fame.
So you've seen him, and have you ever seen that other guy named Louis something another? He's pretty scary looking too. Louis
C.K.?
No, it's another guy named Louis. He's like, you probably know who he is, Robin. He's like a huge star. He won like some show or something, like Louis Capitoteri or something. He sings like some kind of Unforgivable, or I don't know. But I was like, man, these guys that can sing are really
Louis
unattractive. Yeah, he's uglier than Ed Sheeran.
Oh my god.
But he has a great voice. Is that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're handing out voices.
This is a little of that white male privilege. You don't have to be hot as a male singer, but you really helps if you're hot as a female singer.
Yeah. We did have one redhead guy on the show that was I'd consider attractive, Jason Croft. I mean, like,
I'll let Jason know that you want to shower.
I just really respect his beard. That's impressive. Yeah.
He wants to shower with Jason and his father-in-law.
Get that shit on OnlyFans. Can you grow a beard, Robin?
I can actually. It's not so. Sometimes there are like patches. I've tried like Rogaine and although you know what Rogaine is, right?
Rogaine, you're 25 years. How old are you?
I'm 25,
I don't think that's supposed to go on your face.
No. I know, so it's controversial, but like there's this Reddit that I believed in a few years ago when I was it's not long ago, it was actually 2 years ago.
Was this the Alex Jones phase or no?
Yeah, but to be fair, I tried it for like 6 months. My beard really grew out and I never had hairs. So I applied it every day and
so worked. Rogaine really works?
It does.
Oh.
It does.
So the thing I do here was inspired by George Michael. Do you know who he is? One half of Wham. And I just watched the Wham movie on Netflix. I didn't know how big they were, but Wham was gigantic.
They were huge, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. But I think George Michael was pretty hot in those 2 videos he did with all the supermodels. Father Figure, remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, with all the models.
Yeah, that was a great time to be alive. Remember when models were famous in the United States? Faith
was a good song too, yeah. Quick question though, I always wondered now, I didn't know this. Did you know that that George Michael was am and the other guy was wah? I didn't. And whatever happened to wah?
I don't know. But even during the documentary, I was like, what is this guy here for? He didn't contribute much. He was.
That's what I mean. I was like, he just was. I thought he was a backup dancer.
No, he didn't even write the songs. George Michael did everything. He was the hot.
I thought they were going to be like
Bernie
Taupin wrote the song, right?
This just
writes
proves
everything.
Yeah, the gay guy did everything with that band as usual.
Reminds me of what's that other band? It's a band, a rap group, Outkast.
Outkast, yeah, the gay one does everything. What do you say?
Right.
Andre 3000 is gay? He's
But is he? I don't know.
Wait, hold on a second.
But he's
Hold on a
flamboyant.
second. What does that have to do? Wait, I'm confused. They're doing a song with who?
I think he's insinuating that every band has one person that's better than the other.
Yeah.
Every duo.
So here's what I'll say, right, about Outkast is that I would go so far to say that Andre 3000 is one of the top 5 rap lyricists of all time. You ever heard him
I agree
rap?
with you.
He's incredible.
Malcolm Gladwell and Rick Rubin have a podcast called Broken Record, and the Andre 3000 one is fucking amazing. Listen
He's
to
incredible.
it. Oh my god, he's so
He's
interesting.
just up and vanished, though, right?
Well,
I mean, he
I
shits
know it's
$100
still
bills now. I don't think he has to.
no, I
He's
think
been in some movies too. I don't know if he's gay or not, but he's incredible. Incredible.
I don't think he's gay. He's just he's flamboyant.
Flamboyant, yeah, fair.
Wasn't he Jimi Hendrix in something too? Didn't he play that in a movie or
I
something?
thought so. I mean, he would be amazing as him if he did.
I love Outkast. Outkast is like Pink Floyd. Like, you know, it's Outkast. You know what I mean? Like a song, there's never anything that like kind of sounds like Outkast. It sounds like Outkast.
I was watching something on Instagram the other day, and these guys were arguing on a podcast about who was a better rapper, whether it was Ice Cube or Notorious B.I.G. And this one guy was literally telling him it was Ice Cube, and I was just like, "It's just
Yeah.
Notorious B.I.G. changed the." I mean, in my experience, right, I would say there's a few rappers that have changed things. Like 50 Cent changed the way rap was done when he came around, right?
Right.
I think B.I.G. changed things. Tupac was obviously influential. I think Ice Cube's an amazing rapper, but there's no way he's better.
I think NWA changed things, but him as a solo artist. I mean, he's a solo artist, yeah. But the band was bigger than Ice Cube. I mean, they only
had
had
Dre, and he had whole,
easy. Like he had help, but
that was like the PayPal mafia, right? Everybody left and with billions of dollars and started their own companies.
Exactly. Like, I'm more of a Ice Cube fan than I am a Biggie fan, but I recognize that Biggie had a bigger influence as a solo artist and rapper than Ice Cube, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
As middle-aged white men, we can speak on this subject.
Yeah, I mean, we're authorities, obviously.
Right. We're authorities on this.
Am I allowed to have opinions on American
Get out of
rap?
here. Get out.
You could try. Why? What do you got?
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this one out there, and I might get a hate crime for it, but I don't really like Tupac so much. Like his songs, I just can't listen to them.
I've heard this. I've heard this multiple times of his generation. They don't enjoy Tupac, and I fucking love Tupac. I don't get what. So why don't you like Tupac?
Like, it's just not something I could put on and listen to all the time.
He's too violent.
It's not so much the violence. Like, I feel like he's a great live rapper, but like the songs, the albums, like it's just hard.
Dear Mama doesn't make you tear up a little bit. Come on, the rap ballad is something that nobody does anymore either.
Yeah, that's true.
DMX used to slipping.
What about
DMX?
Yeah, but what about How Do You Want It? How do you want it? How do you need?
Keep your head up.
What I think. No, this is what I think. I think that Tupac, and I see kind of what Robin's saying. I think Tupac had so much anger and hate that it came through in like everything he did. Like I think Notorious B.I.G. was a performer. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Where I think that Tupac literally, and again, I like Tupac immensely, but I think he really did, like, he felt the things he was saying.
Yeah, that's why I put Tupac and DMX in the same thing.
Yeah, DMX too. I would say the same thing. Yeah, they're angry, they're hurt.
And it was palpable in their songs and in their lyrics, where I think Biggie was just here for a good time. I think Biggie's obviously more talented than 80s hair metal bands, probably in the genre. But I loved 80s hair metal because it was strippers and cocaine and rock and roll. And, you know what I mean? That's Biggie celebrates that sort of thing. I mean, I know he has darker songs, but Tupac and DMX were always very.
You know who else was an influential? Now that we were speaking on it with rap music, I felt like changed the game too. Was DMX. There for like 4 or 5 year span, it was him.
Oh, it was gigantic.
Everything was him, right? I mean, every time he came out, he came out with an album and it was like, I forget the record, but it beat like Jay-Z's album. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Did you see they had the Rough Riders and it was just, whoa.
I know. Did you? So there were 2 documentaries about Woodstock in '99 that came out in the past year, but both of them show DMX's performance, and it's fucking electric. He's got 10,000 white kids sing along with every lyric. It was wild. It was a crazy time to be alive.
Yeah, he was a wild man.
It was. May he rest.
Yeah.
Robin, how do you feel about DMX? He's not even on your radar, is he?
No, I know. Like I know. X gonna give it to you. That song is like always.
Yeah, but do you know what DMX stood for? Does anyone know?
No.
It was 2. It was Darkman X, but he's also his beat machine. His drum machine was the first thing that had DMX on it.
Darkman X.
You know his real name?
Earl Simmons.
Earl Simmons. Look, we are real DMX fans. God damn it.
DMX.
Let me tell you what happened to DMX. X gonna give it to you and Party Up in Here were crossover hits, and then he started getting some of that white kid money, and then that's when shit got soft. But the first 3 albums
was
beautiful.
When you guys were
when he was like, what was that first song he came out with?
First was Rough Riders Anthem. Stop, drop.
It was like, woo! And it was like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
When you guys were growing up, was rap music demonized by your parents?
My father is an audiophile. He fucking loves music. Music was always played in the house, constantly blasting. My mother, turn it down. So I was exposed to a lot of music. He didn't like it, but he would never tell me not to listen to something. So no, it wasn't demonized. He was just happy I was listening to music.
Yeah, I wasn't demonized by me. I kind of did. My mom was always kind of, she was strict, but she was always kind of like, as long as you get good grades and don't get in trouble, you can kind of do what you want. But if you do, then I'll take over.
Yeah. My parents didn't give a fuck. Like early on, I was into horror movies. So when I was like 3, when I was like 7 and my sister was 3, we watched Nightmare on Elm Street on loop. Like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. That was like the movie we just fucking kept watching. So my parents didn't give a fuck. I don't think media really matters that much. These violent video games. There's more songs about love than anything else, and we're not all going around hugging each other. So I don't think lyrics, you know what I mean? DMX. What you got? There's a problem with DMX. It's hard to sing along to because of the many.
Yeah, he said a lot of dirty words.
He did, which I feel
he was a dirty man.
Slipping though, talk about great rap ballads. Holy shit!
Yeah. Remember when you used to have the prayer at the end?
Yes, every album has a prayer. As an atheist, that's the kind of prayers I can get behind. Was music demonized in your house, Robin?
My dad hates rap music.
Your father hates everything.
He does. He hates everything. Funny. He hates Robin. Does he hate you? Does he hate us? I got a question. What does he think of the show?
I don't think he knows much about it. Yeah, no, he doesn't know much about it. He doesn't have LinkedIn.
I know already he hates it.
Where is he physically? He doesn't live in the Philippines?
He's actually I'm still here actually. This is still my parents' house, so I'm in process of moving and whatnot.
He's in the house right now?
He is.
Get him on the phone. Okay, not today. But we gotta get this fucking guy on the show.
Yes, we could. It's gonna be a hassle to get him on because he doesn't really know how the computer works and all that. But
luckily he has a young Asian boy living in the house. He can just fucking.
Luckily he has a house boy that can handle it.
Jesus Christ! No, this is gonna be exciting. Woo! We still have 2. I know you eliminated a couple stories, but we still have 2 more stories.
We should cover those.
We don't have any LinkedIn lunatic stuff, do we?
I know. We'll do LinkedIn lunatics.
That's my faves.
I know. It's a great bit.
Okay, so let's do the last.
There's a lot of content.
Endless amount of content.
Yeah.
Okay, so if your demographic is you're a straight male, and you do not know who Carmen Electra is, you might want to take a look at the genderbread chart because something's wrong with you. Anyways, Carmen Electra. I know that's a weird thing.
I didn't know you were such a Carmen Electra fan, but there she is, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that Jenny McCarthy beside her?
Yes, with famous anti-vaxxer Jenny McCarthy.
Nice.
Who's married to Donnie Wahlberg.
But was dating Jim Carrey for a while when she, remember that?
Is Jim crazy too? Does he believe in vaccines?
Yes, they're both equally batshit.
Okay. He seems like a Johnny.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
But look at Carmen Electra. Shot. Oh, they were on Singled Out. Wasn't that the MTV show that they hosted together?
She used to date Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, she did. Did you see Dennis Rodman just got a fucking face tattoo of his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Is he still playing basketball? In North Korea?
He plays down to the YMCA.
Wait, didn't he move to? I'm not being funny. I thought he moved to North Korea. I'm serious, and was doing something with basketball because him and the little guy are friends, right?
We sent him. Yeah, he was the ambassador to North Korea. We sent him over there to solve shit. And to be fair, we never went to war with North Korea, so I think we should send him to Russia.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got on Carmen Electra?
Yes. So here's the story.
What's wrong with her?
So this isn't really a new story. I just included it because it's on Fox, and I also don't want to feel bad about myself because of my own past with this issue. So I brought it up today on the Eric and Rodney Show. What is Carmen Electra's most common request on OnlyFans? Rodney, can you take a guess?
Before you guess, keep in mind we just saw Carmen Electra. Let me look. She has many attractive features, I would say. I mean, her face is pretty hot. The rest of this,
I would say to see some nudity.
One.
I don't know. Right?
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this: what was Robin's most requested form of?
His foot fetish.
Yes.
Right. So apparently, the most common request is, you guessed it, feet pics.
Yeah. So Carmen Electra, right? Yeah. So on OnlyFans, you can see any part of Carmen Electra you want, right? For $11 a month. She likes to interact with her fans and will sell pictures that you request. And what are people asking for? Feet pics.
So, which raises the question. She wonders constantly, exactly like how I wondered. If you're gonna take feet pics, how do you even take a nice picture of feet? Right. How should they be posed? Yeah. What angle of my feet do you want to see?
These are the concerns of the OnlyFans model. They don't have it easy. You know what I mean?
We've got to start a class for OnlyFans, and it's called Foot Posing 101. Robin, you can lead it up.
If we sell that as a course on LinkedIn, we'll clean up.
Yeah. Foot posing from the master himself, Robin.
Because LinkedIn is all about being a solopreneur and like giving tips and tricks, right? And this is perfect. It melds both worlds.
Right. You got to do a video though. You need a video, and you know what else I think really sells is you need to play some sort of an instrument.
Yeah, that would help.
Do you play any instruments? How about the guitar? How about the la guitarra?
With the electric flute? Is that what you're going with?
Well, yeah, that could be one.
I don't want to shit on people's fetishes because, listen, I'm all for pleasure in any way you can get it. But the foot, listen, I think female feet, I'm neither here nor there. They're fine, whatever. But you can't do anything with them necessarily. And I know what you're thinking, but that can't be fun. Men's feet are fucking an abomination and should be covered at all costs. My thing with that show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, I don't know if we've covered this before.
Is that show still on?
I think they have a reincarnated version.
Oh,
the original version I'd watch, and the first thing they do is put straight men in like flip-flops or sandals. Like, don't do that. Let them keep their fucking boots on. Everything else, change their shirt, give him a haircut, give him a nice little shave, throw some cologne.
They're like, we've completely remade him over, and he's in a Hawaiian shirt with his Timberlands on.
Yeah. Yes, that's all I want. That's all I want. I don't think DMX wore flip-flops. You know?
No, he wore Timberlands.
DMX. Are you going to flaunt your red boots? There they are. There they are.
That's all right.
$300. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Carmen Electra. Oh, this is what she also said. So, you know, Denise Richards, remember her from Wild Thing? She was married.
Well, she was also a Real Housewife, too.
Denise Richards was?
She was a Real Housewife, and it was real scandalous because she allegedly had relations with one of the other cast members. It's very bizarre.
Stop it. Yeah. Well, her daughter is also on OnlyFans. So Denise Richards and her daughter are both on OnlyFans, which, you know.
Is Charlie on there?
I don't know.
I got to be honest. I don't subscribe to OnlyFans, but here's the thing, right? I'm telling you right now, I would pay $50 a month just to watch what Charlie Sheen does every day.
I know.
Whatever it is, right? Going to the grocery store, doing a kilo of cocaine, whatever it is.
Strap a GoPro to his head, and there'd be a lot of it.
You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you pay? Like, I remember I saw this thing a while back, and they're like, Andy Milonakis is you can watch him on Twitch. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a fuck about?
I don't give a shit about Andy Milonakis. He lives in a Mickey Mouse house in Queens. You know what I mean? Like, he's eating Greek food and stuff. And he's I want to see Charlie Sheen, right? I like give me access to Leonardo DiCaprio's jet. What goes on in there, right? Are they talking about climate change? What's going on?
That's the thing with DiCaprio that would scare me is I think he's trying to be a politician. I think Charlie Sheen has no illusions of any of this, and it's just hookers and blow all day.
But here's the question. I almost wonder is who is Leo trying to impress? Like, I know that he's not. He may care about the environment, but I know that's not primary on his mind. I think the next jet, the next model.
I think he's trying to press
Probably
every chick that's not 25 yet, because that's what he does, right? Once they turn 25.
Well, you know, they just came out with the lady that was dating. What is his name? The boy that was in Superbad, Jonah Hill.
Oh, I saw that. His text message.
She came out with his messages where he was talking about his boundaries and stuff. Can I just say this, right?
Yeah.
I knew he was a weirdo from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I took one look at him, and you know what I said to myself? How in the hell is he famous?
Yeah. This is the Harvey Weinstein thing. Like, you take these people that were traditionally unfuckable for most of their lives.
Right.
Then they become fuckable through power or money, and then you're surprised that they're total weirdos.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is probably normal because chicks have been trying to bang him his whole life. He doesn't need any of that weird power shit. You know what I mean? But these weirdos who never had control and never have power, once they get it, they abuse the shit out of it.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, they're like, well, can you believe he said this? Can you believe he said that? And I'm thinking, I can't believe he had a girlfriend. I mean, who knew? I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. I didn't even know he could get a girlfriend.
I don't want to victim blame, but don't date Jonah Hill. You know he's going to be fucked up. He did a whole movie about his therapy session. Did you see that train wreck?
Yeah, I got to be honest. After he was really good in Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, I guess anybody could have played that role, but he doesn't. I got to be honest with you, and this is an unpopular opinion. I don't like Seth Rogen. I don't like Jonah Hill. I don't like the other kid that was in that movie Superbad. Either one of them.
McLovin
or the other one, or Cena. I don't like none of those guys.
I don't like Seth Rogen. Bothers me because he laughs constantly, and he has like they're really annoying. Like, not everything's funny, Seth. Not everything I say or you say.
I don't like Katherine Heigl either. I got to be honest. I'm not a fan of her either. Katherine Heigl. She was in that movie with him and her. Him and her were together and Knocked Up. I didn't like that movie. I didn't like neither one of them.
I didn't like Knocked Up at all, and I don't. She's hot-ish, but yeah, she doesn't. She's not making my top.
She's just so bland.
She's no Carmen Electra.
She's no Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner was hot. You know, she's coming back as Electra, the superhero chick in the new Deadpool.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I did not know that.
I like Jennifer Garner. I think she's very wholesome, and I like her.
Wasn't she married to Ben Affleck?
Yeah,
they were for a while.
Now, here's the thing I don't understand, right? Now, this is just my own personal opinion. If I was married to Jennifer Garner, I would have never left for J-Lo. But that's just me, maybe.
J-Lo has more rings than Tom Brady. Pretty impressive. Not fucking bad. Yeah, I don't. But she hasn't done much since she was famous, like back then, right?
Who is this?
Jennifer Garner.
No, she's doing movies all the time. She just did. Last thing he told me, some series on Apple TV, or I don't know, something.
See, but it's never been like a movie that's a huge hit or something.
She's famous. Are you crazy? Follow her Instagram.
Yeah, no, I know she is.
She's a national treasure.
I know she is.
Leave that nice lady alone.
All right,
that movie where Zach Galifianakis was like, "He's a nice man. Leave him alone."
Zach Galifianakis is a national
treasure.
Yeah, fucking right. Have you seen Live at the Purple Onion, his comedy special from like 10 years ago? Fucking amazing.
I should. He's great.
Oh my god, he's so good. Real quick on the Garner thing, I had this argument once that none of the cast of Friends went on to do much. Like, you, out of the six of them, right? Like, you'd say Aniston's the most famous, but what's your favorite Jennifer Aniston movie?
But she did that show with the guy Steve Carey, right? But it's been on for like a couple of years now. Reese Witherspoon's in it.
Yeah, I mean, easy to think.
Morning Show.
What is it?
It's called The Morning Show, but it's kind of.
It
was really good the first cut. Well, it was really good when Steve Carell was on there because he played a serious role.
Oh, Steve Carell was on there.
Yeah, he's gone now. But you know what always really irritated me too is Matthew Perry. Was that him, the one that's always crying? He didn't like Keanu Reeves. What? Keanu's a national treasure.
He doesn't like Keanu. Who doesn't like Keanu Reeves?
He said he wanted to punch Keanu in the face, and I said, "Get out of here, Matthew Perry."
Matthew Perry is a hack who got $20 million an episode to be not funny, and then he turned into an alcoholic and almost blew it. Like, the audacity.
Yeah, and then he almost died.
Maybe it's jealousy.
It's got to be jealousy. Gotta be.
He was jealous of Joey Tribbiani.
What was the other nerd's name? Adam Schwimmer?
David Schwimmer.
Yeah, he was a nerd too. I never liked that show at all.
That show was fucking terrible.
Here's what never made sense. The girls were way too hot.
Yeah.
In my mind, the women were way too hot on that show to ever date any of those guys.
I think Joey could have pulled one of them, but the other two.
Joey, yeah, but he didn't date any of them, right? He never dated the good-looking ones.
No. Friends. Seinfeld is of that era. Seinfeld is the better show by a billion percentage points.
Seinfeld's incredible. Don't even be started.
It's a gift.
Seinfeld's in a different league, though. Different league.
All right. Well, we only have 15 seconds left, so we should say goodbye to America.
Say goodbye.
We don't have a guest for tomorrow, so if anyone tuning in would like to be a guest, I think you should because it helps, with the.
That's
show.
right.
Yeah.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Why don't you just tell me the movie? All right. See you later.